Here's your gourmet meal, sir. Flight attendant Bethany's voice dripped with mock sweetness as she slammed the tray down. The smell hit first. Sharp, putrid. Then the sight chicken breast speckled with fuzzy green mold, sauce curdled into chunky yellow clumps. Jamal Washington stared at the obviously spoiled food. Around him, passengers craned their necks. Some covered their noses. Bethany's voice carried across 3 rows. People like you should be grateful for any food at all. The cabin fell silent except for the drone of engines. 37,000 feet above Kansas, surrounded by witnesses, Jamal reached for his phone. His fingers found something else first, the corner of a platinum card tucked in his shirt pocket. He began recording. Have you ever been served something so degrading that it questioned your very humanity? Jamal kept his voice steady. Ma'am, this food is clearly spoiled. Bethany crossed her arms. That's the last meal in economy, eat it or starve. Or, the mold wasn't even hidden. Green patches dotted the chicken like toxic confetti. The vegetables had turned to brown mush. Even the dinner roll felt squishy under the plastic wrap. I can smell it from here, whispered the woman in 14B. Bethany's eyes flashed. She disappeared into the galley and returned with another tray. Maybe this one's more to your taste? Same moldy chicken, same curdled sauce. She set it down with theatrical flair. 10 minutes until landing. The countdown had begun. In seat 12A, 17-year-old Sierra Martinez pulled out her phone. She'd been documenting her summer volunteer trip to build houses in Memphis. Now she had something else to record. Y'all seeing this? She whispered to her camera. Toxic food served to black passengers. She angled the lens toward Jamal's tray. The mold glistened under the cabin lights. Her TikTok went live instantly. 20 viewers became 50. Jamal photographed the food from multiple angles. He checked the meal service sticker's lot number 4751B, packed yesterday at 6:47 a.m. The expiration stamp was smudged but readable. Expired 3 days ago. He pulled out a small silver device from his pocket. It looked like a digital thermometer. The tip touched the chicken breast. The screen flashed red, 47.2 degrees. Dangerously above safe temperature. Interesting, he murmured, making notes in a leather journal. Other passengers started checking their meals. The elderly black man in 15C found similar green spots. The Latina mother in 16A showed her daughter's spoiled vegetables to the flight attendant. Ma'am, my child's food is rotten too. Bethany barely glanced over. That's what we have today. But the white businessman in 14A? His chicken looked golden brown, properly heated. The family in row 11? Their meals were fresh, steam rising from properly warmed containers. Sierra caught it all on camera. Her viewer count hit 200. This is messed up, commented a Justice Warrior 23. Call the health department. That's food poisoning waiting to happen, typed @mom-of-3ATL. The comments multiplied faster than Sierra could read them. Bethany called for backup. Janet, we have a difficult passenger in 13D. Supervisor Janet Mills appeared within seconds. Mid-40s, gray hair pulled into a tight bun, authority radiating from her pressed uniform. She surveyed the scene's spoiled food, recording phones, restless passengers. Sir, our catering meets all federal standards, she announced, loud enough for nearby rows to hear. The lie hung in the air like the smell of rotting meat. Janet attempted to cover the mold spots with extra napkins. The green fuzz peeked through white paper like a toxic bouquet. This is all we have for your ticket class, she said, bringing a third tray from the galley. Same contaminated food, same dismissive attitude. Jamal continued his documentation. Temperature readings, lot numbers, timestamps. His handwriting was precise, methodical. He noted the pattern of meal distribution, the deliberate selection of spoiled portions for passengers of color. "If you're so picky about food, maybe you should pack your own lunch next time," Janet suggested. Her voice carried that particular tone, the one that made it clear she thought she was dealing with someone beneath her station. Sierra's live stream reached 500 viewers. The hashtag #SpoiledFoodRacism started gaining traction. 9 minutes to landing, the captain announced over the intercom. Jamal pulled out his phone and speed-dialed a number. It went straight to voicemail. He tried another. Same result. The third number connected. "Health Department emergency line," a voice answered. "This is concerning contaminated food service on American Airlines Flight 2847, Jamal said quietly. Multiple passengers served spoiled meals with visible mold contamination. Bethany tried to snatch the phone. "Sir, you can't make calls during landing preparation." "The call is documented," Jamal replied calmly, ending the conversation. "Food safety violations require immediate reporting." Janet's confidence wavered for the first time. "Sir, there's no need to involve outside agencies. This is just a misunderstanding." "Ma'am, serving spoiled food violates federal health codes. I need to document this properly." The cabin buzzed with whispered conversations. Passengers compared their meals. The pattern became undeniable fresh food for white passengers, contaminated food for everyone else. Sierra's viewer count hit 800. Comments flooded in faster than she could moderate them. "This is discrimination! Sue them! Where's the FBI when you need them? That airline is about to get canceled." 8 minutes to landing. Jamal opened his leather journal wider. Inside, nestled between pages of handwritten notes, was a laminated card. Sierra's camera caught a glimpse official-looking, with a government seal. But before anyone could read the details, turbulence hit. Phones went down. Attention shifted to seatbelts and landing preparations. Janet collected the contaminated trays hastily. "Let me dispose of this for you." "No," Jamal said firmly. "These need to be preserved for health inspection." His tone carried something new, not anger, not pleading, authority. Janet paused, tray halfway to the galley. Something in his voice made her hesitate. 7 minutes to descend, came the captain's voice. In the galley, Bethany whispered urgently to another flight attendant, "This guy's making a federal case out of spoiled chicken." She had no idea how right she was. Sierra kept recording her phone battery at 23%. The story was just beginning, and 1,200 people were now watching the drama unfold at 37,000 feet. The contaminated food sat between them like evidence at a crime scene, which, as it turned out, it was. 6 minutes to landing. Sierra's live stream exploded. 1,200 viewers became 2,000. Comments cascaded down her screen like digital rain. "That's food poisoning waiting to happen. Call the CDC. This is straight-up biological warfare." The hashtag #SpoiledFoodRacism was trending. Each share multiplied the audience. Real-life stories of discrimination were pouring into the comments section. Other passengers started examining their own meals with new scrutiny. Mrs. Carter in row 15 discovered black spots on her chicken. The college student in 16C found his vegetables swimming in what looked like pond water. All passengers of color. All served contaminated food. Captain Rodriguez's voice crackled over the intercom. "Flight attendants, we've received reports of a passenger refusing to follow crew instructions regarding meal service." Jamal hadn't raised his voice once, hadn't moved from his seat. His only crime was documenting what they'd served him. 5 minutes to landing. Air Marshal David Torres appeared from first class. 6'2", crew cut, the kind of presence that commanded immediate attention. He'd been monitoring the situation through the cabin camera feeds. Even he recoiled when he saw the contaminated food. "Sir, these ladies say you're being disruptive," Torres said, but his tone lacked conviction. The evidence was literally rotting in front of him. "Officer, I'm simply documenting a food safety violation and discriminatory service," Jamal replied. His voice remained calm, professional. "Would you eat this food?" Torres examined the moldy chicken. The smell made him step back. "No, sir, I would not." Janet's face flushed red. "Air Marshal, this passenger is disrupting our meal service and making unfounded accusations." "Ma'am, with respect, these accusations appear to have merit." Torres gestured at the obvious contamination. "This food is clearly unsafe." Bethany panicked. She grabbed the tray from Jamal's seat. "Let me dispose of this immediately." "Stop." All Jamal's command carried unexpected authority. "That's evidence of a federal health violation. Moving it constitutes tampering." Something in his tone made everyone freeze. Bethany's hands hovered over the tray like she'd been caught stealing. 4 minutes to landing. Sierra's viewer count hit 3,500. The live stream was being shared across multiple platforms. Food safety discrimination joined the trending topics. Comments flooded in from airline employees. "I work for Delta. This is not normal procedure." "Former flight attendant here. That food should have been thrown out days ago." "Health inspector watching. This is criminal negligence." Other passengers began recording with their own phones. The elderly man in 15C filmed his spoiled vegetables. The mother in 16A documented her daughter's contaminated meal. What started as one man's complaint had become a cabin-wide investigation. Janet radioed ground control. "We need security to meet the aircraft. Passenger in 13D is refusing to comply with crew directives." But Torres was studying the pattern of meal distribution. Fresh food in rows 11 to 12, all white passengers. Contaminated food in rows 13 to 16, all passengers of color. The discrimination was systematic, documented, undeniable. "Ma'am," Torres said to Janet, "I think you need to explain this meal service pattern to ground authorities." Ground Supervisor Marcus